What's good, Washington Commanders fans? All right, in this latest edition of Commanders News, we're going to talk about one Sam Howell. I want to dive in a little bit because it's pretty evident that this year is going to be a very, very important year for Sam Howell and the Washington Commanders and Coach Eric Bieniemy also. Now, the main thing about this is that Sam Howell will get a chance to start, but there's some developing news that I want to share with you. So sit back and tight and let me bring it to you.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? LiveWire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is LiveWire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, Washington Commander fans. Now, as I stated earlier, I want to dive in a little bit about Sam Howell and what I have seen. Now, lo and behold, that the 2023 draft is over with. But some still feel that the Washington Commanders did not address the quarterback situation. Now, after a abysmal 2023 season, where we had Taylor Heineke, Sam Howell, and Carson Wentz, but Washington went out and after the 22 season, one of them, I can't remember so much right now. Ron Rivera went on record to say, "Hey, we looking for a quarterback. We need a quarterback." Now there was speculation about Aaron Rodgers, speculation of Russell Wilson, but neither one of them left. Aaron Rodgers stayed in Green Bay for another year. Russell Wilson took the trade, was traded to the Denver Broncos by picks for the Seattle Seahawks. The year before, they Washington Commanders supposedly wanted the quarterback from Detroit, doggone, I can't even remember, Matthew Stafford. Good Lord, my memory killing me this morning. Matthew Stafford, but Matthew Stafford got traded to the Rams, which he ended up winning the Super Bowl with the Rams, following the same pattern that Tom Brady did when he left New England to Tampa. But nevertheless, the Washington Commanders were still stuck on the roster. They had Taylor Heineke at that moment. They had Ryan Fitzpatrick at the moment. He got hurt. Taylor Heineke took over, and we saw the rest of the season went nowhere. So we fast forward to last year. We went out and got Carson Wentz, which we already knew Carson Wentz was trash. He had a chance to put the Indianapolis Colts in the playoff. Guess what they did? Is that I had actually witnessed. You know, he hasn't been the same since his MVP season run with the Philadelphia 76ers, Philadelphia Eagles. But nevertheless, he got hurt, and they went on to win the Super Bowl that year. Okay, so we ended up getting him, thinking that he was going to do good with us. But at the same time, he was with us. He started the first few games before he got hurt. Lo and behold, we knew it was going to happen. We barely beat the Jacksonville Jaguars that year, and everything like that. But nevertheless, we fast forward again. You know what I'm saying? We turned to Taylor Heineke for a few games. Had a chance to make the playoffs. Didn't go as planned. Last game of the season, we turned to Sam Howell. He showed us some promise. So this is where we at right now. Sam Howell could be the future for the Washington Commanders. Could be. But is Ron Rivera's career is based on how well Sam Howell do, or because I think if Scott Turner was there, yeah. Eric Bieniemy, I think Eric Bieniemy scheme, the way he coaches is going to bring the best. Now, a lot of people around the league don't believe in Sam Howell because, yeah, he was a 5th round talent. But if Sam Howell got drafted in this draft, he probably would have been the 3rd best quarterback along up there. Some say, you know, if Caleb Williams came out, he would have been the number 1 pick over Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. That's how, you know, everybody thinks of him. So now, Tom McShay and all of them already fast forwarding to 2024, saying that, hey, the Washington Commanders could address the quarterback need again. Now, lo and behold, guess what they're doing? They're having us pick another North Carolina quarterback, Drake May. You know what I'm saying? Now, would Washington be in the running for a quarterback? Now, shout out to Street Scores for dropping a video about some stuff on the draft or where Washington could potentially pick if it will all fall in place. No higher than 7th if they was a 7-10 team, a bad 7-10 team. But shout out to Rico for that. My thing is that I feel that Sam Howell is the guy. I feel like there's been talks before that we could have tanked to get Caleb Williams. That's a daunting task. You have to pretty much go 0-17. You know what I'm saying? Or 1-16 or 2-15, whatever the case might be. I still think that at the end of the day, Washington is going to go with Sam Howell. Now, I went back and watched highlights of Sam Howell because he plays in the ACC. He beat up on my Miami Hurricanes. I ain't too proud to say that, but you know, I love my Canes. But Sam Howell gave us fits. Now, I went back and looked at highlights of Sam Howell, and I looked at highlights of Drake May. I'm not going to look at highlights of Caleb Williams. I seen Caleb Williams enough last year. The two difference between the two quarterbacks, Drake May and Sam Howell, is that it's height. You know what I'm saying? We all know Sam Howell is right at 6 foot, 6'1". Drake May is about 6'4", 6'5". Now, I watched Drake May. He's not as elusive to me as Sam Howell. Now, he does, his better asset over Sam Howell is he's taller and he can see over the defense and push the ball down the field. Now, granted, he do have great touches. He do have pocket awareness of where he need to get the ball. But I also watch Sam Howell. Sam Howell pretty much does the same thing. Now, Sam Howell to me is more of the type of Drew Brees player than any other player that I could put Russell Wilson or all of them. I think he has more of Drew Brees caliber because watching some games from North Carolina that how he scoots up in the pocket or drift out to the end reminds me a lot of Drew Brees. Now, can he be a prolific passer? Yeah, he can because we've seen him in the Dallas game. He pushed the ball down the field. He has a strong arm. Now, is his arm stronger than Drake May? I think it's about the same. I think Drake May just has a better touch than Sam Howell. That's the only. When we looking at quarterbacks, we everybody goes for strength. Oh, well, he has a stronger arm than this person. It's all about precision and quick release. Now, they both have a quick release. I think Sam Howell to me might have a little bit quicker. I'll have to reaffirm that. But I think Drake May presence in the pocket, the way he could stand in the pocket, he's more of that stand in the pocket quarterback. Now, I'm not saying that he can't move or run out the pocket because he has that. To me, I think he has that mobility like Patrick Mahomes. He doesn't look fast, but he's fast enough to evade tackles. You know what I'm saying? Sam Howell has that giddy up like a Baker Mayfield type of giddy up. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's faster than Baker Mayfield. He has a better arm than Baker Mayfield. So Drew Brees wasn't a running quarterback, but he know how to manipulate the pocket enough to get the ball out there. I think Eric Bieniemy is going to make sure that Sam Howell gets all the tools that he needs. They going use Eric Bieniemy, to me, is going to use Sam Howell in ways that he used Patrick Mahomes. Now, especially moving around, moving out the pocket, drifting out the pocket some, not trying to do them little trick plays, but hit your receivers in stride, hit them on the run, use your legs, use your running backs, everything. Eric Bieniemy is going to utilize that offense in a whole different dynamic way. Me personally, I don't care what the Eagles, Dallas, or Giants have done. Yeah, they might have a decent draft better than us, but I think our offense is going to put them on heels because we have so much talent. Now, John Klein, he wrote that, said that sources within the team plan to give Sam Howell the first shot at starting quarterback in 2023. Now, when you say, well, why is that? Because you got Josie Brissett there. Well, Josie Brissett is a little bit older. Yeah, he's a veteran. It's easy to go the veteran route. But if you want to see what this young man has to start of the season and see if this guy is your franchise quarterback, then all the talks about drafting a quarterback in 2024 absolutely goes out the window. You want to give Sam Howell all the opportunity to be a winner as much as possible, because if you don't and he fails, then everything that we looked at Ron Rivera for is a failure, because you took a guy that was fifth. Nobody believes him. To me, him and Kenny Pickett and Desmond Ritter was the three best quarterbacks. But to me, I like Desmond Ritter better over them. Sam Howell was my number 2 choice. You know what I'm saying? They said Kenny Pickett's hand was too small, but guess what? He went to Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? So all these different narratives of these quarterbacks is different. They say, hey, Desmond Ritter he's not good. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? He's going into this year as the starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are giving him all the assets that he needs to be successful. That's how you make your quarterback better. And I feel that Eric Bieniemy's presence with the Washington Commanders is going to present challenges and is going to prevent opportunities for Sam Howell to be everything that we hope. All that you got to do is go back and look at what Matt Brown did at North Carolina with him. He ran out the pocket. He maneuvered out the pocket. He could throw on the run. He could throw the deep ball very, very well. We've seen that when he threw the ball to Terry. So there are things that Sam Howell can do. Now, I don't know why the media is so against Sam Howell, and they came out with a report said that Sam Howell ranks last out of all the quarterbacks in the league. Well, you got to understand the guy only played one NFL start. So hey, if he's last, then that's fine. But guess what? There's a season to be played this coming year. So Sam Howell will get all the opportunity to be that franchise and that quarterback role. If he comes out and shuts down everything, there won't be no talk about Sam Howell. If the Washington Commanders come out and have a winning record in the first 6 games of the season, there ain't no talk about who's the quarterback for the future. There ain't no talk about what the Washington Commanders could do. There's nothing but sky's the limit. Now, if you look at Eric Bieniemy and you look at Scott Turner, 2 different coordinators. One is a 2-time Super Bowl champ. One has been around forever, know how to get the best out of their players. Some players don't like his style, but that's all fine and good. But at the same time, he knows. Look at Patrick Mahomes, what he did with Patrick Mahomes when the first time Patrick Mahomes took over. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but success. Now, Patrick Mahomes probably didn't like the way Eric Bieniemy has coached him, but I guarantee you that Patrick Mahomes can't say anything negative, because guess what? If Patrick Mahomes didn't have Eric Bieniemy there, will we see the Patrick Mahomes we see now? Probably not. There's a whole lot that we could take out of this. So in the last game of the season with Sam Howell, he passed for 11 for 19, 169, and a 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Now, that 1 interception was a bad throw. But there's going to be opportunities in every offense and scheme that Sam Howell don't have to make the mistakes. They're going to utilize what Sam Howell does best for the offense to make sure that Sam Howell is successful. I do believe Sam Howell could be successful. It's up to Sam Howell to be successful. You know what I'm saying? We can rave and boast about Sam Howell and say, oh, he's that guy. Until we see what he does with a full season, then, because if he fails, then guess what? We have to question Eric Bieniemy. You know what I'm saying? We have to question Eric Bieniemy and say, hey, guess what? You know what? Or they say, well, hey, this guy doesn't. I think Sam Howell's ready. I think Sam Howell got something to prove. I think Sam Howell's going to come out there and shut everybody down. Now, if I'm wrong, hey, I'll come back and say, guys, I was wrong. But to me, the better two quarterbacks, Drake May and Sam Howell, I'm going with Sam Howell. Just because Sam Howell had experience. Drake May backed him up when he was there. But I think Drake May he can move out the pocket. He, like I said, he's pretty fast. He's not as, to me, is not as fast. He does throw a deep ball good. I mean, like Drake May and Sam Howell has torched my Miami Hurricanes. So I think Sam Howell is that guy. I think Sam Howell could do damage, especially with his legs, because he's a strong runner. You know what I'm saying? And he don't have to worry about, especially with the revamped offensive line. He's going to have opportunity to do things. Now, like I said, Sam Howell, only knock that I have is his short stature. I think he reminds me a little bit more of Drew Brees. Some may differ, some may not. Some might say Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson has gotten beat up so much because he wants to throw all the time. He doesn't take what's given there. I think Sam Howell he's going to be smart because Eric Bieniemy is not going to allow him to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, like I said, the Commanders did not draft a quarterback, and there was a reason why, because they going into this season. Now, a lot of critics, a lot of fans have said, oh, Ron Rivera must be want to get fired because we running with a rookie quarterback. The thing about it is, you got to understand, you got to utilize the cap space pretty well to not overspend. We overspent for quarterbacks for 2 years and they didn't work out because they both got injured. You know what I'm saying? So we lost money. Now, if you could say, well, hey, Washington should have drafted a quarterback from the get-go 2 years ago, and we wouldn't have had to worry about it. We could have developed. But we drafted the guy. We put the offense in place. We drafted a guy to make sure he's successful. If we would have drafted Sam Howell like we did with Dwayne Haskins and threw him out there and he didn't be successful, then that would be on the organization standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, a lot of people love Taylor Heineke. A lot of people don't like Taylor Heineke. Me personally, Taylor Heineke fans couldn't be annoying. I'm one of them. But at the same time, Taylor Heineke did all he could do for us. He did put us in positions to win games, and he put us in position to lose games. But to sit here and say that, to unappreciate Taylor Heineke, that's not fair to him, because he didn't ask for that. Ron Rivera knew, and like I said before in one of my videos last year, that Taylor Heineke was the bigger man. He lobbied for Sam Howell to be the starter. You know what I'm saying? And they went to Carson Wentz. But you see how that went, because when Carson Wentz went into the Cleveland game, it was a disaster, as always. Sam Howell could have probably won that game, and we could have probably had a shot for the playoffs. But nevertheless, we got a lot of weapons for this guy. You know what I'm saying? We have Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Brian Robinson, Tony Gibson. Now we got Rodriguez there. We got some other undrafted free agents that we probably going to see, wide receivers that could probably take the spot. But nevertheless, the Washington Commanders have done everything that they can to make sure that Sam Howell is in there. Now, like I said, Brian Manning of the Commanders Wire said that one site has Sam Howell dead last in the NFL. We all know that he's a 5th round pick, but Washington's going into the season. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of talk about Howell very differently in 2021. Many believe that he's a top 10 pick in 2022, but losing all his offensive playmakers didn't help him. He struggled in his final year. I don't say he struggled as much as people think he did, because he still put up great numbers, decent numbers. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have the weapons. But if you don't have weapons, any quarterback's going to struggle. Hell, Tom Brady, seven-time Super Bowl champ, has struggled on offense when his weapons ain't there. Aaron Rodgers has struggled. Peyton Manning has struggled. What quarterback do you know that's not going to struggle if they don't have the right weapons in there? You know what I'm saying? That to me is idiotic to say that, oh yeah, he struggled, so we're gonna make sure his stock fall. That's dumb. We already seen what the guy can do when he got weapons. And he had a great running game also at the University of North Carolina. So he has talent around him in Washington. Just to say this dude doesn't qualify to be an NFL starting quarterback is asinine to me. There's a lot of things about Sam Howell that we could be impressed with. He also impressed in preseason last year. You know what I'm saying? And it was preseason that his tools was evident. You know what I'm saying? He has, now his footwork and some of his mechanics can be a little bit polished. And that's where Eric Bieniemy gonna come in at. Eric Bieniemy is gonna take what you don't do best and make it better for you. Your feet or your footwork. You gotta have better footwork, especially in a pocket when you need to sit back there and throw the ball. Because everything is not gonna be based on you running the ball. You know what I'm saying? Opposite of Lamar Jackson. He uses his legs a lot to manipulate the offense. But teams scheme around him to be able to make him throw. Now, can he throw some? Yeah, he can throw a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Sam Howell. He could do both. You know what I'm saying? Because that what makes him such a deadly quarterback. Because the fact of the matter is that when Sam Howell is back there and he could throw the Terry and them and get them in open pass schemes, guess what's going to happen? Great things going to happen. Then you got to worry about how you going to defend Sam Howell, because he can run. He could give it to the running backs and everything. Sam Howell, to me, I feel Sam Howell is poised for a breakout season with the Commanders. I'm not going to give any prediction till I see the schedule and everything, because right now I still want to see how this shakes out, especially with preseason and everything like that. Also with this article, it also said that there was whispers that his teammates wanted to see him play last season, which everybody was saying, might as well put the rookie in to see what he had. Maybe if we put him into that second Giants game, maybe we win that game. Maybe we win that game against the Giants. And it could be us in the playoff instead of the Giants. Who knows? We could have had another Taylor Heineke 2.0 with Sam Howell, but a better version of Taylor Heineke. You know what I'm saying? Where you don't have film. But maybe they didn't want to put a lot of film out on him until this year, where teams have to scheme for him differently, because you got to think, Kenny Pickett's out there now, teams got film on him. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. There's probably not too many, but Kenny Pickett came to mind. So you got to think about it. Sam Howell is in the best position it is, because there ain't a lot of film on him. There's only film because of that one Dallas game, and that was like a meaningless game. But still, there's film on him already. But another thing is that teams don't know how, because this is a whole total different Washington offense than it was last year. So now you don't know what you're going to get with this Washington offense. You could probably get a pass-heavy run team and a more run-dominant team. There's going to be so many weapons that you're going to have to really focus on, and it's not just the quarterback that you have to deal with. Because if the quarterback is making plays to his receivers and his running backs making plays, guess what's going to happen? When it's time for Sam Howell to bounce out that pocket to get them extra yards, he could get it with ease. He don't have to. Same way Jalen Hurts runs the offense in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts passed when he needed to pass, but he used his legs a lot. There was games that he ran more than he passed. There was games that teams schemed around his running. He had to pass the ball. So therefore, these are the things. These are the caveats that we tend to look for. So his chance, like I said, he did get a chance against the Dallas Cowboys and everything, and he made a deep throw to Terry on the sideline. Like they say that CBS Sports recently ranked every projected quarterback starting for 2023, and Howell came in 32 last. I don't understand why he came last. That's dumb to me. They got Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, the top 10. I don't even know who's okay. Here's the other ones. They even ranked C.J. Stroud, Kenny Pickett. They got Mac Jones ranked higher than, and Baker Mayfield and Desmond Ridder ranked higher than Sam Howell. Now, they even got Jordan Love ranked 24th over him. How in the heck Jordan Love, who ain't really hardly started, is ranked higher than Sam Howell? Especially Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? You got Bryce Young at 21. Daniel Jones ranked 15. Justin Fields is ranked higher than him. Brock Purdy is 12. Well, Brock Purdy had more games because they was winning. Anthony Richardson is ranked higher than Sam Howell. Now, see, Sam Howell will take this bulletin board material and prove everybody wrong. Me personally, Baker Mayfield shouldn't even be ranked higher than Sam Howell. Desmond Ridder should be ranked a little bit higher. C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young, even they rookies, they just got drafted, and Anthony Richardson, they should be down last. Now, if they're looking at attributes and skills and all of that, that still doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But they still be ranked last because they haven't even played an NFL game. Sam Howell has one NFL game under his belt. This is the nonsense that I'm talking about, the disrespect on Sam Howell. You know what I'm saying? Sam Howell has a chance right now, and you probably have one of the best actually you do have one of the best offensive minds and coordinators in the game in Eric Bieniemy. And I'm sure Sam Howell and Eric Bieniemy looking at all of this, and they are paying attention to all of this. But I guarantee you this: Sam Howell is going to be the Howell that we know from college, and he's going to be able to shut his critics up. You know what I'm saying? So we could take this for what it is, but guarantee you this: Sam Howell will be that guy for the Commanders in 2023. So remember, like, comment, and subscribe. Support the channel. Hit that like button. Hit that notification bell anytime I drop a hard cold fact on any of my sports teams and anything inside NFL. So until then, guys, be safe, be easy, enjoy your weekend. I'm out.